A lot of artists, they spend months, even decades, just trying to perfect their art styles and their personal touch in whatever genre they're in. Whether it be deep contrast in their stencils or deep emotional depictions in their sculptures and their murals. An artist always needs a signature to leave their mark with. Well, 6 months ago, I set out to find a personal touch, a personal signature I could leave on my graffiti art. After drawing for all those months, a style did develop, but I have been using it ever since, and right now it feels stale and overused. And ever since that feeling set in, every drawing I wanted to make subsequently felt predictable and boring. It's been a while since I yearned for change, but change is the most constant thing in life, and avoiding it is inevitable. So this is abandoning my old art style to develop a new one. Bye, Jimmy. Now, even though the plan is to abandon my old art style, there's still parts of the old art style I want to keep in the new one. I'll elaborate further on those parts. But first, let's set up the planning station. Okay, so coming back on that elaboration, there are specific parts of my old art style I want to transfer into the new one. Parts like the blocky internal shadows, the manga style backdrop, and the extensive use of color gradients. But the parts that I do want to change are the thick, blocky lettering style and the basic non-fluidity of the entire piece. It is pretty easy for one to get stuck in the comfort of one's own art style. It invites relaxation, and change is all but needed. So let's work on that change. Well, as expected, this part would turn out to be the hardest to get through. The part where I search for inspiration on what the new art style is going to be based upon. Mainly the sources I use are Pinterest and Reddit. Yeah, I know. But in this situation, the sources will have to extend to whatever I can find. For this, the checkboxes to hit are styles that use more wavy lines instead of straight edge ones, thinner lettering, and invoke a sense of fluidity and continuity. So with all that in mind, let the search begin. For what felt like an entire day of searching, nothing stuck out to me as ticking all of those boxes. Either the style had the fluidity I was looking for, but the lettering was all messy and inconsistent, or the lettering was too blocky and rigid all over again. I wasn't getting anywhere. I needed a break. A clear mind is exactly what I needed, because after a few minutes of close but no cigars, a masterpiece was found. A culmination of all the checkboxes I was aiming for. The one piece that was going to inspire my new art style. Now all that's left is to emulate it and make it a style of my own. It is time to develop a new graffiti art style with bits of the old and this as inspiration. This is going to be a huge change, and I can only hope it turns out well. After a bit of anxiety and cold feet, it's time to begin. Wish me luck. Midway into the drawing, the tendency to go back to the big blocky lettering I once had was pretty high. But I knew I had to let go of my comfort zone and embrace the hardship of change. And after a couple of hours, a lot of erasing, and a stiff back from drawing for so long, I think I have finally found it. I hope you guys like it. This is my new graffiti art style.